Good day, everyone. We are the Group 4, and today we'll be presenting to you our company research titled A Comparative Analysis of Sustainable Business Practices, Muji versus National Bookstore in the Philippines. Here with me are my group mates, Danny Alejandro and Jason Timothy Regaza, and I am Jadel Cruz. So for our abstract, this is a comparison of sustainable practice of Japanese brand Muji and the leading book and known office supplier retail in the Philippines, which is the National Bookstore. We'll be using tools like SWOT analysis and life cycle assessment. And these findings offers a valuable insights for the emerging market retail in the companies in the Philippines transitioning toward more sustainable business model.
Good day, everyone. Today, we explore the sustainable business practices of Muji and National Bookstore, two iconic brands with very different approaches. Muji, founded in Japan in 1980, is known for its minimalist no-brand philosophy, prioritizing simplicity, quality, and sustainability from materials to packaging. In contrast, National Bookstore, a Filipino legacy since 1942, has evolved into a leader in educational supplies while embracing eco-friendly programs like recycling, reusable bags, and paperless transactions. Our study compares both brands using SWOT analysis to identify their business strengths and weaknesses, and life cycle assessment or LCA to evaluate their environmental impact from production to final product. Ultimately, this research aims to promote more transparent, ethical, and sustainable practices, encouraging businesses to improve and customers to make more informed, responsible choices. For this study, we used a comparative case study designed to assess the green supply chain practices of Muji and National Bookstore. It takes a qualitative approach guided by SWOT analysis and life cycle assessment or LCA principles. Data was collected from public sources such as company reports, sustainability disclosures, ESG ratings, press releases, and regulatory filings. The analysis focused on five areas: ESG integration, carbon footprint, and renewable energy use, waste management, regulatory compliance, and transparency. All data is secondary, so no human participants were involved, and there are no ethical concerns like consent or privacy issues. However, the study is limited to the Philippines and to publicly available data, with Muji offering more transparency than National Bookstore. As such, SWOT results are interpretive and LCA results are based on existing literature.
Now let's move on to the results. So for this company study, we first employed the SWOT analysis to compare the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats between Muji and National Bookstore. So to start off, for Muji, this company showed their strengths on multiple factors that best the latter company, where they prioritize sustainability considerations, ethical sourcing of their products, as well as transparency. However, its reliance on the third-party material sourcing poses a risk towards their company. Also, Muji presents opportunities that includes expanding their brand with sustainable innovation and partnerships with government agencies to facilitate their local ethical sourcing of their production. But it has threats like competition and global disruptions. While for the National Bookstore, their strength lies in its nationwide presence and brand trust, particularly in education. It has made strides in eco efforts like reusable bags and Project Aral as well. However, its weaknesses is more on the lack of transparent data, with opportunities lie in modernizing and improving sustainable logistics, as well as threats that come mostly from falling behind sustainable standards as well. The life cycle assessment was used as well to help examine how Muji National Bookstore handles sustainability throughout the product life cycle. So starting with Muji, they focus on a typical product like an organic cotton shirt, in which they ethically sources their materials like cotton and wool from places like India and Tanzania. While they don't own factories, they work closely with vetted suppliers, as their production processes, especially for denim, are designed to save water, in which they also cut water use by up to 55% through redying techniques. They also reduce their transportation emissions by shifting manufacturing from China to Southeast Asia as well as in Poland. So Muji puts their strong focus on water, carbon, and resource efficiency, which really minimizes its environmental impact, and their transparency, which adds to their credibility. So while on the other hand, National Bookstore sources the both locally and internationally and uses hybrid logistics as well. So they promote efforts like reusable bags and paperless transactions, but most of their environmental data isn't publicly available. So without clear reporting on emissions, it's hard to assess on the full impact of the company. So there's potential for improvement, especially in transparency and in carbon tracking. When comparing both companies, Muji clearly stands up with a fully integrated approach to sustainability. So they ethically source materials like cotton and wool and use water-saving innovations like reducing water in denim dyeing by 55% and lower CO2 emissions by relocating factories closer to key markets. With programs like Muji promote circular economy practices, and the reporting is also very transparent, covering carbon footprint, water usage, and also supply chain activities. They also work with global partners like GICA and also IFC and align with the SDGs. In contrast, the National Bookstore, while being the leading school supply retailer in the Philippines, shows only the surface level sustainability efforts, as they use ERP and hybrid logistics and promote initiatives like reusable bags and as well as the Project Aral. However, they don't disclose emission data or provide formal sustainability reporting, which limits accurate assessment. So this company has a need to improve transparency, logistics, and align with long-term sustainability goals to meet with the business standards like Muji.
Conclude, Muji demonstrates a more comprehensive and transparent and measurable approach to sustainability. They have ethical sourcing, which reduce carbon and water footprint. Their integration of sustainability in global operations, and they are aligned with global sustainability, which is the SGD. In contrast, the National Bookstore focused on logistical efficiency and localized CSR. They lacked a formal sustainability metric like carbon reporting and LCA data. So sustainability efforts are present but not aligned with measurable environmental outcomes. So for future research, we encourage to have a primary data collection that assess consumer awareness and behavioral response and internal sustainability challenges in the Philippine retail. So that's it. And this is our references. We have 24 references and thank you everyone.